Welcome to Crime Maze. In this video we are going to talk about 5 cases of body snatching. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to Crime Maze for future updates. Body snatching is the illegal removal of bodies from graveyards. Body snatching was commonly used in the 19th century to sell bodies for dissection, or anatomy lectures at medical institutions. Body snatchers were often referred to as resurrectionists or resurrection men. Grave robbery is similar to body snatching in that it involves unearthing a tomb or crypt in order to steal artifacts or personal effects that had been buried with the deceased. However, grave robbery differs from body snatching in that it does not entail stealing the corpse itself. Number 5. In 1974, Montoneros seized the body of former de facto president Pedro Eugenio Aramburu. Aramburu had already been kidnapped and murdered by the gang in 1970. The body was to be kept until President Isabel Perón returned from Italy with Evita Perón's body. It was also a kind of retaliation for Evita's body being removed previously. Montoneros gave up Aramburu's body after Evita's body arrived in Argentina, abandoning it in a Buenos Aires street. Unknown individuals stole Juan Domingo Perón's hands from his grave in 1986. Number 4. Despite banning the export of human remains in the mid-1980s, as journalist Scott Carney points out, India maintains a vibrant, if illegal, worldwide trade in human skeletons. In 2007, Indian authorities discovered a cache of hundreds of human skulls and thigh bones, and arrested a gang for allegedly engaging in corpse snatching and bone trafficking. This group was apprehended after exhuming scores of graves from Muslim cemeteries in Burdwan district, and smuggling the skeletons not just to medical institutes throughout the world in need of cadavers, but also to Bhutan's Buddhist monasteries. Kamal Shah was caught on a bus in Chhapra, Bihar, carrying 67 human skulls and 10 bones, after fellow passengers observed a jagged bone protruding out of a bag beneath his seat. During the interrogation, the gang members revealed that the hollow human thigh bones were in high demand in monasteries and were used as blowhorns, and the skulls as receptacles to drink from at religious ceremonies. Ravinder Nalwar, the incident's investigating officer, told a Reuters journalist. Human thigh bones and skulls were also employed by adherents of a Tibetan school of Buddhism, according to Buddhist monks in India. In 2009, the alleged bone smuggler, Kamal Shah, was apprehended with 2 bags of human skulls and bones in Bihar state, and was identified by people and given over to the police, according to another story in The National. When asked about the failure of the authorities to stop the practice, the police merely stated that they lacked equipment, people, and competence to stop this practice. Majid Menon, a criminal lawyer, recognizes that the severe economic conditions for large numbers of individuals living in places like Bihar, West Bengal, Jharkhand, and parts of Uttar Pradesh have supported body snatching and allowed bone traffickers to thrive. Every year, 20,000 to 25,000 human skeletons are trafficked out of India via Nepal, China, and Bangladesh, according to estimates. The skeletons are sold mostly to medical institutions in the United States, Japan, Europe, and the Middle East. In these marketplaces, a whole skeleton might cost anywhere from $700 to $1,500, depending on quality and size. On the open market in India, a whole skeleton costs roughly $350. A human skeleton is sold for $300 by Young Brothers, a Calcutta-based bone broker. While entire skeletons are usually employed in medical facilities in the West, various bones and skulls are usually employed in Hindu and Buddhist-dominated areas for religious rites. Many tantrics in Nepal and India's state of Assam sip wine from human skulls, as part of the tantric rites. Number 3. The Antipope Benedict XIII's skull was stolen from the ruins Palace of Argalo in Sabian, Spain, in April 2000. The robbers demanded €1,006,000 in an anonymous letter to the mayor of Alueca. In September 2000, the Spanish Civil Guard discovered the skull and discovered that the thieves were 2 local brothers who were sentenced in November 2006 to 6 months in prison, and €2,190 in fines. Number 2. There are still sporadic allegations of body snatching. The removal of Gladys Hammond's remains from Yoxall churchyard near Lichfield in South Staffordshire was a well-known case in the United Kingdom. Animal rights activists who were protesting Darley Oaks Farm, a licensed facility that bred guinea pigs for scientific purposes, took Mrs. Hammond's remains. Mrs. Hammond was one of the farm's proprietor's mother-in-law. 4 leaders of the Save the New Church Guinea Pigs campaign, 3 men, Kerry Whitburn of Edgbaston, John Smith of Wolverhampton, John Ablewhite of Manchester, and one woman, Josephine Mayo of Staffordshire, were jailed for conspiracy to blackmail, after a 4-year investigation by Staffordshire police. Each guy was sentenced to 12 years in prison, while the lady was sentenced to 4 years. According to the authorities, the plot involved the removal of Mrs. Hammond's remains, which were discovered by police after one of the 4 provided information. Number 1. In February 2006, Michael Mastromarino, a 42-year-old former oral surgeon and CEO and executive director of operations at Biomedical Tissue Services in New Jersey, was convicted along with 3 employees of illegally harvesting human bones, organs, tissue, and other cadaver parts from individuals awaiting cremation, forging numerous consent forms, and selling the illegally harvested human bones, organs, tissue, and other cadaver parts. BTS sold its products to 5 companies, including New Jersey-based LifeCell Corporation and Florida-based Regeneration Technologies. There is still a demand for allografts, which are body parts used in transplant operations. This demand is met by modern body snatchers. Tissue obtained in this manner is medically hazardous and useless. Before his cremation, the broadcaster Alistair Cook's bones were removed, and replaced with PVC pipe in New York City. In 2010, the director Toby Dye developed a film called Body Snatcher of New York about the case. What do you think about this video? Which of the following 5 cases of body snatching you find most shocking? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you like such videos, do subscribe our YouTube channel for future updates.